Greetings everyone, and welcome to another traditional draft of Forgotten Realms. This starts to be very close to the sort of lifetime of the limited environment because Midnight Hunt, well, Innistrad Midnight Hunt will be releasing um, on this week. When, well, talking about the week when this video is getting published. But I will still have some drafts, not exactly sure how many. Forgotten Realms, maybe a Tinkerer's Cube draft could happen still. But let's just focus on this draft now and let's enjoy the format while we can. It's not my most favorite format, but I think it's still okay. Right, what would be the pick here? Fighter class is okay. Skullport Merchant is, I think, better than Ray of Enfeeblement. Commons, Spoils of the Hunt is okay, but I think the Skullport Merchant is the best card in the pack. I do like the fighter class, but it is kind of pushing you to red and white, so obviously this card has a lot more flexibility in terms of the colors you will be drafting, because, well, this works in any combination that has black in it, whereas, of course, the fighter class isn't really playable in anything than exactly red and white. Alright, so here I think the Dungeoneer, I have grown to like this card very much. But then again, the Gnoll Hunter is such a nice 2-drop. I mean, I don't know if I like this more than I should, but this is a really good 2-drop. And while I don't think the black-green archetype is the best, but it's something I can still try to see if it works, because I'm not really trying to learn the format at this point. I'm just wanting to draft something that's fun, and I haven't drafted black-green a lot. So maybe I think the decision is between the Dungeoneer and the Gnoll Hunter, and I'd rather take the 2-drop now and see if black and green can happen here. Although this pack has some decent white here. If I took the Veteran Dungeoneer, I think my pick would be I don't know actually. Priest of Ancient Lore? I'm not sure. Anyway, what is the pick here now? I don't have a white card here, so maybe I will ignore the white here. Although that's a lot of white cards. Maybe it's open, but it's only pick 3. You can't really tell what's open. Someone took a rare, someone took an uncommon from this pack, and, you know, they could have been white, or at least one of them could have been white still. Underdark Basilisk, Thieves' Tools. Plundering Barbarian, I like it quite a bit, but maybe I'll try to keep it black and green here. Let's take the Basilisk. Not sure if it's the best thing, but let's see. I'm not sure if the black-green deck is actually... It can be a bit slower, so maybe it makes sense to have this Death Touch stuff. I have a 1-4 here too. The Gnoll Hunter is aggressive, but it's also fine in a slower deck. So maybe I can try to have like a grindy deck, possibly. Here there's still a nice white card. I like the Steadfast Paladin quite a bit, and the Hobgoblin Captain is a decent 2-drop for red. And then there's a Horde Robber that is working with the black cards I have here. Temple of the Dragon Queen is also a consideration, but I think I'll just take the Horde Robber, and now I have 2-drops at least. Now I can try to focus on something else, although... There's a Hexblade, but there are a lot better cards. The Tiger Tribe Hunter and the Tagnar are both amazing. I could take the Hunter, because then that leaves me open for both green, red, and black-red. But this is a really good card too. I could maybe ignore the black here. I actually like the uncommon a bit. I mean, both are uncommons, but the 2-drop even more. Maybe I can be a red-green deck here. Okay, I'm gonna take the Inspiring Bard here. White seems to be somewhat open too, but yeah, maybe it's gonna be a red-green if red is open. And it seems to be, although there's also a dungeon map, which I don't mind having. But the Earth Cult Elemental is fine. Dungeon map. Is that gonna be it? 6-drop. I think I can get 6 drops later on. But do I care about the dungeon map? If I have an aggressive red-green deck, I don't want to tap out on this thing on turn 3. So let's take the 6-drop here. And there's another 6-drop. It's not very good though. I'll take the Circle of the Moon Druid. It also is good in triggering the Pack Tactics 2-drops I have here already. And well, this is a bit weaker pack. The Wedge Run would be okay if I find some number of equipment. The Ranger's Longbow though is not a very good one. But the Direwolf Prowler is not a good card either. It is okay in triggering the Pack Tactics, but maybe I'll take the Wedge Run. That's quite a lot of 2-drops by the way, but I guess it's not that bad. Alright, the Loathsome Troll is okay, but maybe I like to choose a weapon slightly more. Bull Strength is fine. White seems to be open. Yeah, I could have been white here. So maybe I'll cut the black now. I have only 3 red cards, but it felt like it was open. I think in the pack from where I picked the Tagnar, I think it had a Hoarding Ogre. It's a decent red 4-drop. The thing that makes treasures based on how well you roll dice when it attacks. It's definitely a reasonable card. Now the Underdark Basilisk isn't the greatest in red-green, but it's still a playable card. You find a Cursed Idol, a nice card in the sideboard. This is a best of 3 draft, but it's also something you could have in main deck. The kick in the door is just bad, so is this, but I mean, this is the more playable out of those two. Alright, so let's see. There's an Old Bear, and there's a Hoarding Ogre. Yeah, I'll take the Old Bear here. Pretty easy. Don't have that much high end here, and this is a really high quality card. Yeah, I would like to have the Hoarding Ogre, but I'm not taking it over Old Bear here. Okay, Hunter's Mark is pretty decent. I'll take that. It doesn't matter if it costs 4 mana. It's still good when it does. So that's a pretty easy pick here. Well, especially given that the other cards aren't that good. Now, I have so many green cards that I wouldn't be moving to black-red, but there's color in here, which kind of could have been a consideration if I had more red cards in here. I still have these 2 nice black cards, but Hunter's Mark now with so many green cards I have here. Another Old Bear. Yeah, I'll take that. Sure. It's just a very good card. Sesra, but no, I'm not black-green now. I'm black-red. Maybe. I mean, I guess red is not open here in this direction at all. I have only 3 red cards, and the Armory Veteran is not a card I'm excited about, and the Earth Cult Elemental is completely replaceable by something else which is expensive. So I think I have to keep the option open that I am black-green after all. This is, I think, the worst payoff uncommon because of the stats, so bad stats, but it's still a card that can be okay. So I can take it here and see if more black is coming into my direction in this pack. Okay, well there's another Circle of the Moon Druid, but there's also a decent 2-drop. Am I gonna be black-green after all? Yeah, okay, let's take the 2-drop. I'm black-green maybe. Okay, the Outlander is anyway easy pick here no matter what my colors are. I'm going to be green, that's for sure, no matter what. Another Hunter's Mark. Clattering Skeletons would be okay too, but yeah, Hunter's Mark is pretty good, so let's take it. And well, that's 1, 2, 3, 4 black cards. Let's cut the red for now. Yeah, red wasn't that open in the end. I guess the Tagnar mostly was passed because it's also green, but the same pack I'm sure the same pack had a Hoarding Ogre. That's why I decided that maybe red is open and I could get some red. Now that still could be the case. That red is open in pack 3 and black is not. But I have to lock my colors at some point, and this pack didn't really offer anything from red. And I got some okay black cards. The Sesra is not great, but well, you can get some cards out of it. Alright, Thieves' Tools is not really good in a black-green deck because a lot of your creatures will have more power than 3. I like the Feign Death though. I'm gonna take that and play that. How many creatures? 11 creatures, 5 non-creatures. Not a lot of removal, but I do have the Hunter's Marks here, at least. And choose your weapon can deal with a flyer. This is okay with the old bears because these are tramplers that will be 8-8 tramples if you use the 2 weapon of fighting option here. So should I take another cursed idol thing? I don't think so. I might take the dungeon map if I get some expensive stuff. I'm not sure if I'm gonna play it in the main deck right now, but if I get some more like a 6 drops, I could play the dungeon map in that case. Instrument of the Bards, Hexblade. Nah, I'll take 20 gems here. It's not a good card, so I'm not gonna play it, but it's 20 gems, and I don't think I'm gonna play the Hexblade. Alright, I'm happy to take the Clattering Skeletons. I like it more than the Manticore here. So that's a pretty okay creature curve. I could have some 3 drops, like a Yuan Ti, the Death Touch thing that ventures when it hits a player. That would be fine. And I wouldn't mind having more Circle of the Moon Druids. It's actually quite okay. Well, I can now have a Cursed Idol thing. Curse of the... No, it's you find a Cursed Idol. That's the card's name. So if I'm playing against an opponent that has multiple enchantments or artifacts, I can sideboard both of these in. What does my deck need? Some 3 drops and of course removal. Precipitous drop, Grim Bounty especially would be good. Wow, I got a Circle of the Moon Druid here this late. Even a bullet, although I don't really like that card that much. Okay, there's a Reaper's Talisman. Do I have to even check with the other options? There's the Yuan Ti Fangblade, which I definitely would want to have, but this is obviously... I mean, this might just be the best uncommon in the set. It could be. I mean, it's at least in the top 3, top 5, somewhere there around that. It can't just be the best. I mean, I think I have said so before. What would I take? I mean, in a pack 1, pick 1 situation, what uncommon would I take over this? I don't really think there is one. Let's say now, this is the best uncommon in the set. So let's take it, because it's in my colors. Skullport Merchant, Evolving Wilds. The Merchant is really good, but I have no mana fixing at all. I do like the Evolving Wilds now. I'm at 19 out of 40 cards. I mean 19 out of 23 non-lands, so I need only 4 cards if I'm going to play 17 lands. So I'm not gonna run out of playables. And while the Skullport Merchant is a very good 3 mana card, Evolving Wild is just 3 mana fixing. I'll take that now. And I think I'm gonna take another one of those. This pack also has worse options. Inspiring Bard, Manticore are okay, but the Evolving Wild is my pick now. This makes my mana much better. Spoils of the Hunt. I'm happy to take that one. Okay, so I need only 3 more non-land cards. And how many creatures I have? 13. That's good amount. Okay, well, this pack has multiple cards I wouldn't mind having, but I think I'm just taking the old bear here. There's a Spoils of the Hunt, Sampling Ghast, but yeah, I'll take the big creature here that draws me a card. Also, I have what? Well, I have some number of 4 drops, but this is these are my only expensive stuff. And I'm taking another Owlbear here. That also makes me maybe want to play the dungeon map now. Let's see what else I find. Maybe I'll put this to the deck now, because accelerating into a turn 4 Owlbear is pretty sweet. And currently, this would be my 23 cards. I don't think the other cards in the sideboard are interesting. No, they are not. So, Thieves' Tools, still not good here. The Ranger is unnecessary. I have already 4 or 5 drops that I'd rather play than this thing. So maybe it's gonna be the Baleful Beholder if I want to have like an enchantment hate, even more of that stuff. Alright, so... would I play another Circle of the Moon Druid? I mean, I could play it over the Choose Your Weapon still. Don't like the discard card a lot. Oh, Ray of Enfeeblement. I'm not sure if I'm gonna main deck it, but I'm at least gonna have it as a sideboard card. Although it is main deckable, the -4, -1 that it will give to non-white creatures is still okay when you pay only 1 mana for it, and it is an instant speed effect. Plummet, great sideboard card. Yeah, I kind of like the deck in the end. The black-green color combination is not the best. Spade Dagger is fine sideboard card against decks that have multiple 1 toughness creatures. Not the greatest color combination in this set, but at least it's something different. I've played, there are some color combinations I think I have played quite a bit, and I would maybe want to play another black-red deck, another black-blue deck or something like that. Basilisk. Oh, by the way, the Spade Dagger is good with the Death Touchers too. Well, I'm gonna take the Basilisk, but I'm not really sure anymore. I'm not gonna play the Direwolf Prowler. Okay, I have a lot of cuts to make and even got the last pick. Prowler there. Yeah. How do I do it? I don't think I'm gonna main deck this stuff, not even the Spade Dagger, even though I have some number of Death Touchers, because also the Lightfoot Rogue will have Death Touch when you attack with it, and you just have to stack these triggers so that the Death Touch will resolve first, and then the Spade Dagger will resolve. Then it kills anything. So I don't know, maybe I put it there, but because I have 5 cuts to make, I don't think it's gonna be easy to leave the Spade Dagger in the deck. Oh, the Reaper's Talisman gives Death Touch too. So actually the Spade Dagger has both the Basilisks, the Reaper's Talisman, and Lightfoot Rogue. They all make the dagger just a kill spell. Oh man. I think I'm not going to play the Bard. It's the 4 mana card I don't actually need here. I don't think the Choose Your Weapon is that needed either, but that's still 3 cuts. I could put the Ray of Enfeeblement to the sideboard. 2 cuts. One of the Bull Strength. Only 1. I guess I can play 1. It's pretty decent with the Circle of the Moon Druid actually. And if I want to play the Spade Dagger, I would have to cut one other card now. Now it could still be the dungeon map. Okay, maybe I'll get to 5 lands in a natural way. I like the Feign Death. It's also very good with stuff like Old Bear and have other triggers. Yeah, it's actually good with multiple cards I have here. Yeah, I'm gonna cut the dungeon map, and this is a reasonable creature curve. I have 4 5-drops, but I have no cards that cost more than 5, and I have only 4 4-mana cards as well. So, and most of the stuff I have, I can play with 2 or 3 mana, so I think it's fine. And the Evolving Wilds will obviously go in the deck, and yeah, the reason I'm playing the Spade Dagger is because I have 4 ways to make Death Touch attackers here, and it's very good with Death Touch attackers. Okay, how about the 16 green cards, 7 black. Well, that should be pretty easy. That I'm gonna play more forests, but do I need to play any more? No, I mean I'm putting 15 basic lands. I have 2 Evolving Wilds, so 8 forests would mean kind of like 10 green sources, and 7 swamps would give me 9 black sources, which is still good because I have some early black plays here, so I guess that's gonna be the case. So let's do that. How many creatures? What is it? 16. A reasonable amount. The number of creatures in a deck is not actually the number alone is not the relevant factor, but the quality of the creatures. For example, I have 4 Old Bears, which are completely capable of winning against. I mean, they win the combat against many creatures, and they also draw a card. So this is a lot of finishing power in a deck, for instance. But if I had like 11 creatures and all of them were 2 and 3 mana creatures, well, that would be a lot harder to win games. So I would maybe want to have more creatures in that case. But I mean, I have 16 now, so it's not a consideration now. I mean, not a concern now. But if I had 4 old bears and total amount of creatures would be like 11, it would be still fine because of the old bears are so high impact creatures. But yeah, this is the main deck now, and this is the sideboard. I mean, I guess I could show the colorless and green and black cards. Yeah, there's a bunch of stuff I can sideboard in, but this is the main deck, and let's see how it goes. I'm on the play. Turn 4, Clattering Skeletons, then Old Bear, probably. Okay, I'm gonna keep it, but it's not a great hand. I'd rather have at least a 3-drop here. But it's a decent enough hand with 3 good spells. And let's see if they open. Well, they didn't have a 1-drop. That's a good start. Do they have a 2-drop? And if they have, what is the power value? Okay, they don't. So actually, I'm in a good shape now. I mean, I can play the Clattering Skeletons and then double Old Bears. Yeah, all is fine now. All is fine. I'm gonna draw a bunch of cards here. Okay, they have a hasty 4/3 first strike guy. I will take that. Because I don't wanna jump block that. And I think I'm going to attack here. Play the old bear. And I think I will take the 4 here, although let's see. I could block it. Actually. Because I have another old bear here and I don't want to go too low life total because I want to maybe draw some cards with Sestra and it does cost for us 2 life. Okay, they have fine. This is the kind of stuff I won't be missing when this set is you know, not draftable anymore, because these are 2 commons and you can just see what can happen when opponent has those 2 commons. It's such an insane combination. Get the price of loyalty and sacrifice the creature. I just took 1,000,000 damage there. And now I'm completely on the defense now. So that's pretty annoying. I'm gonna actually shuffle the deck. No, fetch the land first. Because I don't want to draw any more lands here, so I will thin the deck a bit. Play the old bear. But now, I mean, I just have to be on the defense. If they have another price of loyalty, I'll just lose. So that's really... I mean, I'd prefer these kind of combinations be maybe like based around uncommon. I mean, one of these cards should be an uncommon, so that wouldn't be so common occurrence then. That's the idea here. Because this is so... I mean, I was just basically in a very good shape here, and now they had this combination of cards, which are just commons, and I'm now... I mean, I have to be very careful with my attacks. Sestra, I maybe will draw maybe 1 card, and that's it. Because there's not like anything I could have done there. I mean, there's just no... It just happens when they have the goal and price of loyalty, that's it. And they have another one of them, do they? They just have a treasure, they can keep it +2, +0 even. I'm just gonna lose because they have too many attackers if they can steal my creature now. Well, I guess they don't have because they are thinking about it so for so long. Good, Dragon's Fire. Deals 4 because of the Cell Sword here. I'm gonna go to I'm gonna die. I blocked the cell sort, they will sack a thing on that thing. Yep. Well, that was that was a price of loyalty deck. And Ray of Enfeeblement can try to kill the coal at least. What else do I want to have here? Not a lot of stuff I can do, but guess I don't want to give them the venture effect, so I will change that into an inspiring bard. And that's it. Okay, that's fine. I can get the swamp here. I have a 3-drop here, a couple of different options even. They mulligan to 6. They are thinking about the decision there. And they kept 6 in the end. Thieves' tools, alright. Bull strength is pretty good with this if they have like a non-death touch 3-drop. If they have, for example, okay, they have a sepulchre goal. Well, let's see what happens. Well, I mean, it's pretty easy now. Just gotta do this, right? Get rid of that thing and play another Circle of the Moon Druid. That's pretty slow, but they do have 2 mana still in the with the treasures here. Just gonna attack for 8 here, play the merchant, and I have the feign death and bull strength up here. Swarming goblins, alright. Couple of friends there. So how do I do it? With the land draw, I think it's going to be kill that guy, attack with everything, and bull strength for the win. Okay, and any reason to change there? They have a thieves tools, but I don't think I'm that concerned about it. I mean, I could have like a where is it? You find a cursed idol to deal with it, but I don't really think it's that necessary. Yeah, I think the stuff is good enough. Wait a minute, why? I had 41 cards, so did I really forget to... I didn't mean to play 41 cards, so I put a Ray of Enfeeblement in, and what else? Well, it's too late now. It's not the end of the world, but I mean, I would rather play a 40 card deck, but I just noticed that I have 41 cards in the deck. Well, then I have. So I did sideboard some 2 cards there, and wonder if I should just block here. I guess I can play the merchant, but also the spear dagger can kill it pretty freely. But I think I'll still do this. They have their own skullport merchant. Okay, lands are good to get my old bear happening. So what did I... The ray of enfeeblement, and I put a bullet in... No, not the bullet, but the 4-drop that gains life or gives +2/+2. I cut the clattering skeletons, I think. But what did I cut when I put a ray of enfeeblement in? Maybe that's the thing. I never cut anything for it. Well, it's fine. Okay, they can attack for 4, which is fine. No blocks there, and right, well, I'm gonna sacrifice the treasure for to play the old bear and draw a card. Now let's see them have a price of loyalty and get some nice value out of it. They can steal the old bear and then they can draw a card if they have a land drop. Okay, they didn't do that. I'm just gonna trade here. I don't want to go to low life total against the price of loyalty deck. Okay then. Well, I guess it's gonna be a circle and a spear dagger. Okay, they get some cards there. And they get even more cards now. I actually need to deal with the skullport merchant, which I can do when it's my turn. Okay, Earth Cult Elemental, don't roll anything too crazy. Okay, I have to sacrifice a permanent, it's gonna be the spear dagger for now. And how do I do it? If I draw a land, I can kill them both. No, not the both. No, I can't kill them both, only one. Because I can make this, bigger with the bull strength. They even have the mana up to draw a card. Oh man. I'm gonna have to kill the merchant, right? But the problem is... Do I just have to take a 3 for 2? It's not the worst idea, actually. Because I can attack. Okay, maybe I'll take a 3 for 2 here. Oh, I don't have mana for it. Oh, no, I do. I don't have to use Hunter's Mark. I can use the Spoils of the Hunt. Yep, okay. It's fine. So Spoils of the Hunt is gonna kill this guy. They can't draw cards from the treasures, and then I have to do this, and I lost the card, but I mean it's still good. I have the old bear here, I have a Hunter's Mark and the Skullport Merchant. They have a red dragon which I can kill at least, so there's that. And they have a Sepulchre Goal. That's annoying. That is annoying. So I was going to attack with the Skullport Merchant. Because if they would have blocked with the red dragon, I could have used Hunter's Mark here, make this into 2/5, deal 2 damage to it. This would have survived, but now they can double block. Now they can double block, and that's bad. Well, I'm not gonna attack then. Play this thing. I go to 8. Hope they don't have a price of loyalty. and because otherwise it wouldn't be that bad. Because I could have this up, but I had to tap out for the old bear now. So don't have a price of loyalty right now, because then I just lose if they have it. Yeah, okay. I mean, that's just, I mean, I take here way too much damage and I lose the old bear. So, I mean, they will attack with all. If I block the goal, they will sack the old bear. I will lose this guy, take only 4, but I have no board after that. And if I don't block the goal, I'll take 10 damage. No, and then if I block the old bear, I will lose the Skullport Merchant, take only 6 damage, and I still lose the old bear too. So this combination, Sepulture Goal, Price for Loyalty, it's just, I lost 2 games to it out of 3. The one game I won easily, that they didn't have that combination. It's just, I guess it's the one of the less nice parts of this format, because both of them being common and there being other common payoffs, I mean ways to sacrifice too, it's just it's too much. I mean, it's too happening too often to make it even fun. Because my deck in there, I had the game in my control. I had the Hunter's Mark to deal with the dragon. Well, I suppose if they had removal for the old bear, yeah, well, then they would have won with the dragon. So maybe I can consider it. They had the Grim Bounty and that's it. Okay, I'm gonna keep it, but I need to draw some lands. And they have a Reaper's Talisman. Well, I have sideboard cards against that thing. Maybe I can... Okay, I drew 2 lands there right away. That's very nice. Yuan-Ti. Okay. Well, I'm gonna block that thing. We will trade. Or maybe I will use the Hunter's Mark. Or the Sesra. Oh, they kill it. Why not? I can make it survive for this turn so that they don't get the venture trigger, but then it will die. I guess this was the cost of me not having a 3 mana play or another 2 mana play here. Because now they get to venture and then they get to venture again. Yeah, it's just it's not my format. I haven't really been very successful in this format. It just seems like the previous match I had a good chance to win the games 1 and 3 there, but they had the combination with the Price of Loyalty, and now I'm just getting blown out here. Because they get 2 ventures, and the venturing twice here is valuable, it really is. And they have the Reaper's Talisman coming up too. I have no way to deal with this thing. They get to venture again, unless I draw something there. Okay, I did draw something. I should have actually left 1 green up, because this could cost only 1 mana if they play a blue creature. Which they do, of course, so I'm getting super punished here now. Oh man. Well, that was just my mistake. I was supposed to kill this guy. Well, I can kill it now. So there is that, using the Sesra. Okay, fine. Let's just do like this. Target creature blocks this turn if able, so they do that. And then I'm going to attack with the Circle of the Moon Druid. They will double block it now, and I have the option to kill the Cradle so that the Circle of the Moon Druid will survive. Sadly, I can't kill the Yuan-Ti here. So, how do I do it? Yeah, I guess I'm gonna do this. And I'll pay 2 life. I will take, what, 3 or 5 damage here, and they will get to venture and draw a card. So it's not really great at all. I guess I could jump block. Okay, I'm gonna jump block, whatever. Another Cradle. Well, can't beat the Reaper's Talisman Cradle combination. I take 5 damage, they will venture for free. I'm gonna play now at least one of these, maybe both. The Reaper's Talisman, which I, of course, myself haven't drawn, is very good. I want to get rid of it. And now let's actually sideboard stuff out. Feign Death can go away, maybe, and I still like the Spade Dagger, but I will sideboard maybe the Bull Strength, I don't know. Maybe the Bull Strength, okay, that's fine. Well, there's the Talisman. There is that thing. Okay, I can actually kill this with the You Find a Cursed Idol, but I'm not doing that yet. Because if they have a Reaper's Talisman, I wanna kill that. Also, I drew this 2-drop. But even if I didn't, I would have just played the Talisman here. Okay, that's the reason I wanted to save this guy. Okay, so they're trying to raise me. I wonder what I want to do here myself. Follow class. I think I'm actually gonna kill just the Raven here. Although... Nah, let's just do the Talisman. Oh, but that was a mistake. Well, I haven't equipped yet, but I only get the drain if I attack with one guy. I think I'm supposed to just destroy target Reaper's Talisman here after all. Okay, yeah, that's fine. The attack was 7 here. And I still can use the Spoils of the Hunt here. When they went to level 2, they'll use a lot of time here. Let's see what they have. Some 2-mana card. Rogue class. That's way too slow. And they even do that. Hunter's Mark. Well, I mean, I'm gonna maximize the damage. I'm gonna do it like this. This could keep... I mean, I can equip it, but I can also not equip it, because then I can leave the Spoils of the Hunt up. Because the drain is only 2, this way I was able to deal 1 extra. I guess if I... Well, I wanted to see if I roll high here. I wanted to attack with both, because this could have dealt an extra damage. Well, all these do mean that I have... Okay, they jumped sleep that, but they need to deal with the Lightfoot Rogue. But if they can, it's gonna be annoying. Although that's a lot of targets for my stuff. Now this will be a lethal if I roll high here. I mean 10 plus. 10 plus is enough now. And that's it. So a lot of cards I want to get rid of. And I think I'm gonna have the Beholder here too, because they have those enchantments. I want to get rid of here. And what else? Manticore Pixie Guide. Not sure if that's worth having the plummet or choose your weapon in. I would have the choose your weapon instead of the plummet because this has a secondary mode, even though it's more expensive to use to kill a creature that has flying. Okay, what I'm gonna cut when I have the beholder here, I guess I could cut something like a Cesra, but then again it can be quite okay. Spear Dagger, it's okay too. They even have some 1 toughness creatures here, so I don't maybe need the Death Touch synergy for it. But I need to cut something here. I mean, I put an expensive card here, but I don't want to cut an old bear. It's so good. It is so good. Maybe the clattering skeletons can be cut. Okay, fine. Or maybe the Cesra is just too cute. It being a 4-mana 1/3 makes it so bad. Just compare it to the Bruenor, which is amazing. 4-mana 5/3. Okay, fine. On the draw, maybe Cesar is too slow. I will cut that. And I think that's the deck. Okay, well, let's mulligan this hand. Oh, I couldn't have 1 black sauce here. Well, I'm still keeping it, but the card I'm gonna cut is probably Spoils of the Hunt. The Spear Dagger with the Reaper's Talisman is going to be a lethal regardless of the amount of toughness the creature has. So yeah, Spoils of the Hunt goes away, and now I need to draw 1 of my black sauces. Please, let's have it happen. The Outlander has reach at least, so there is that. It can block the Raven. Rogue class. Okay, that's annoying, but it's only annoying later in the game. I can kill the Silver Raven with the Spear Dagger if I want to. They can give the guys menace, but if they do that, I'm definitely killing the Silver Raven. They can still go to... Okay, they have a Soul Knife Spy. Okay, well, there's no lands of any kind. I mean, even a forest would be okay. But yeah, I'm mulligan to 6, and I guess I did what I could. They have minis now, but I can double block them. I can't block the Silver Raven. But yeah, I mean the level. Okay, they actually do a double. Maybe they have a feign death or something like that. Let's see what happens. Okay, that's yeah. They have what 2 cards here now. They can play them both when they go to level 3. But they have all the time in the world because of my draws here. Yeah. Well, I need like a swamp, and then I need a 5th land after that. Then the Baleful Beholder can get rid of 1 of these cards, not both. They get to choose. They have to sacrifice an enchantment there. But imagine if 1 of these was a black producing land. I would have played the Horde Robber this turn, which would have made things a lot easier, because then I could equip it even with the Reaper's Talisman, so they would have to choose to either lose their blocker because this would have Death Touch or give me a treasure token, and I still get to drain for 2. But now only forests here, which is gonna be pretty annoying. Okay, well, that's not bad. I would want to also venture and make a treasure, but I need to kill the rogue class before they get value out of it, and then I can use the Baleful Beholder maybe to get rid of the Warlock class later on. But yeah, I need the black sauce here. Gladly the opponent didn't have anything to add to the board here, so I have time here now. I mean, I can still win if I draw the black sauce, for instance, very soon. There is Cry to top there, and there's the black sauce. Okay, that's very good. That is very good indeed. And now they have some big thing here. Frost Giant, okay. Now I get the good stuff happening here. I can't imagine them trading here, but the treasure will of course be very valuable to me. Now they can go to level 3 here. I will be losing 8 life here now. Because first I lose 4 and then I lose 4 again. But I need to get rid of the Warlock. Wait a minute. No, yeah, it happened. I just didn't see it. Yeah, I lost 8 there. Well, anyway, I'll just make them sacrifice the Warlock class because I get the treasure here which allows me to cast the Beholder. And it also can block the Frost Giant, and I can also gain 2 life each turn. Oh, Mind. Okay, let's find a removal for the Mind Flayer. So I will be dying here. So the opponent had a Mind Flayer. A rare that stole my 6/5. Just when I was about to stabilize. Okay, so how do I do it? I can play the old bear, but then I will have to jump block the 6/5. They can even block attack with the Mind Flayer in that case, because they know I have to jump block the 6/5 or the 4/5, because this total, I mean, yeah, this will be 10 damage. Now what I can do, I can play the Underdark Basilisk and the You Find a Cursed Idol, and I can get a life gain from here, which I have to do. Let's do that. So, venture into dungeon and get 1 point of life. Like this. And then I have the Underdark Basilisk here. And then they don't have a lethal attack. I can trade with the Beholder here. Which I have to do. I mean, I could trade with the Frost Giant if in case I draw removal on the Mind Flayer. It's not. But now I'm not gonna. If I draw a removal spell, I think I'm gonna be in a decent shape anyway. So it's fine if I got the 2 for 1 here. They're gonna trade now. And I'm going to have them Old Bear happen here. Card. Wow, are they really gonna do that? Are they just flooding out there? I mean, this has Death Touch and Trample. It's gonna deal 3 to them. Wow. After all these, am I going to actually win here? They just flooded out there like a madman. I mean, when they played the Mind Flayer, I was like, I'm probably not gonna win the game. But now I'm just winning when I equip an attack. Okay, they flooded out hard. But I guess the Mind Flayer was such an unfair play that... I mean, of course the opponent is innocent. I mean, they have drafted this card and they play it in their deck, obviously, because it's a very good card. So I kind of feel a little bit bad for the opponent, but then again, I was in a perfect spot to stabilize if they didn't have the Mind Flayer. So I don't know, maybe it kind of evened out in the end. If they had like a regular cards there, I would not have I would have been in a very good shape. But well, that's how it played out, and I did win the match in the end. Well, I have no black mana, and this deck has 2 evolving wilds, so I have basically 10-9 mana base, if you think of it that way. That evolving wilds count as a a green and a black source. But well, I'm gonna keep it because I have 2 cards I can play, and no matter what land I draw, I can cast the Circle of the Moon Druids. Opponent also went to 6 there. Maybe they go even to 5, but they are at 6, and they kept 6. So if I draw any land in 3 draw steps, it's gonna be great. Now, if the land comes only as the 3rd draw step, and if it happens to be one of the evolving wilds, it's not that great because then I can't cast the Circle of the Moon Druid. But it's still okay. And now I drew the swamp, even the swamp, so this is actually fantastic now. There was maybe a consideration to play the Gnoll Hunter because it becoming a 3-3 is better than this venturing, but I suppose it didn't matter in the end. Like the Linkin Park song goes. Okay, lands I'm happy to draw because that brings me closer to having the old bears. Yeah, I'm not in a rush to attack. Next turn I'm gonna play the old bear no matter what. So I think I'll just maybe I'll play the Gnoll Hunter here now. I don't need another 4-2 right now, so let's play the Gnoll Hunter. It's not a great use of mana. Maybe I could play the Merchant. I'm thinking about this spinning, because if I attack next turn, this could become a 3-3, but then this would trade with this, and they might have something that deals with the Gnoll Hunter anyway. So maybe I'll just play the Merchant here. Yeah, now I could still play the Gnoll Hunter actually, but I do like the idea of drawing a card out of the treasure maybe. Or if they have some kind of removal on the Circle of the Moon Druid, yeah, then I could. Okay, well there's that. Well, I guess the treasure is very good. I can sacrifice it for this thing. Yep. Bye-bye treasure. Now I'm happy about playing the merchant here, definitely. So, yeah, let's just play the old bear here. And a double block will be very risky now, because even though I have a 4-4 and a 2-4 to deal with this, they can't kill them both, but if they have like anything at instant speed, it would be pretty bad. I think I have to take 6 now, and then I can leave the Skullport Merchant up. Okay, just a Hexblade, so they are not gonna attack, right? Okay, yeah. Okay. It's a bit of a stalemate, but it's fine. I'm drawing cards here. Okay, I only need now to draw, because I have a Death Toucher here. I need one of many things. I have 2 of those Hunter's Marks. I have 1 Spoils of the Hunt, and I have a Spare Dagger, each of which will make the Death Toucher kill the Earth Cult Elemental. And when the Earth Cult Elemental dies, my board will be just superior to theirs. Feign Death will be okay, but not really anything I need right now. I'm also going to leave up mana for the Skullport Merchant now. So I have 7 here. I can use 5. Which means that I'm gonna play the Circle of the Moon Druid and I guess the Gnoll Hunter. can't attack into the 6/6. That is pretty funny that I have such a board and I can't do anything with it. But I just need to draw one of my 4 outs. At some point I will be drawing it. They have just 2/2s that don't even draw a card for them, so it's not really a big deal. Okay, can do this. Sounds fun. That's gonna get me a swamp. There's no rush here. I will be dominating the moment the Earth Cult Elemental dies. Now they might have like a Dragon's Fire or something like that they can use to kill the Basilisk, but okay, well that works very well. So let's do that. And yep, old bear. If they want to double block with a couple of Hexblades, it's completely fine to me. I will use Feign Death in here. To get a card here even. It will still trample a couple of points over. Like so, and then I can do this. Leave mana up for the merchant. Okay, they wanna... Yeah, sure. I take 1. Zombie Ogre, okay. That's fine. Should I equip the 5/5? Don't know if that makes that much sense. Let's do it like this. They don't really have good blocks here. So they're gonna take 4 here. I'll just play my lands because I might want to use Skullport Merchant a million times here, who knows. Nah, that's it. I didn't even need to draw any of my stuff, but I had like 18 cards left and all my outs were still there. So my outs were 2 of these Hunter's marks, Spoils of the Hunt and the Spear Dagger. All of those would have been combining with the Death Touch creature, either the Basilisk or the thing that's attacking with the Reaper's Talisman. And the 6/6 would have died, and then I could have attacked with everything. Alright, but they are black, red, and 6/6 Barbarian. I kind of like the idea of having another Bull Strength here. Because they have so many 2/2s, and I have the Circle of the Moon Druid, it makes sense that I maybe can save these in combat when they block with a 2/2. And do I want to play the Sestra? It just seems so bad, because the problem with the card is that it's a 4-mana 1/3. And the card draw ability, which is great, it costs 2 life. That's often something you maybe even don't want to use for that. So I'm just feeling like maybe I should be cutting it. I like the other cards in the deck a lot more than that, so I'll cut that. They just made it too bad. Well, it could be a 4-mana 3/3. I think that would be completely reasonable, comparing to some other of the payoff cards in the set, the uncommon gold cards. Okay, that's fine. I have a Skullport Merchant, Hunter's Mark, Old Bear. Assuming I don't draw an actual green producing source. Okay, even a 2-drop now. Burning Hands. So be it. Okay, that's not so problematic because I do have a Skullport Merchant. I also have this one, which is gonna be a 2/4 on their turn. And they maybe want to attack anyway. Okay, they don't. So, okay, the forest was good. Now I can play the owlbear. Am I going to offer the trade here? I don't want to use the hunter's mark because they are tapped. They have all the mana here. I'll just offer the trade and play the merchant. That's fine. Next turn, owlbear. Hunter's mark will still be available. It's fine. Maybe they have a zombie ogre now. Nothing. Okay, let's attack and see what... Is there some flash creature that can mess things up? I don't think there is. Maybe they have the 6/6. Nah, that would be annoying. Well, at least I drew another owlbear here. Fireball. Okay. Well, I still drew a card from it. No 6/6 either. Now I have the Skullport Merchant up here. Drawing a bunch of lands here. I'm gonna draw cash in the artifact very soon though. Okay, they are drawing a bunch of lands too. Alright, so I'm gonna draw a card here. And attack for 5. Play the circle and have 2 mana up for the activation for the Skullport Merchant. Yeah, Sampling Ghast isn't gonna make it happen. Well, it can block the Circle of the Moon Druid. But do I even care? I don't think... Well, I could use the Spear Dagger. But I don't feel like it's necessary, because when they block the Circle of the Moon Druid, and if they use the -1/-1 to target it, I can draw a card from it. I think I still want to do this. But I'm not gonna use the dagger here. I'd rather just draw a card. The 4/2 isn't that impressive, especially when I know their deck has a lot of 2/2s. And now they're just gonna die unless they have something very good. Okay, well that was them flooding out badly there. Alright, well, it was 2-1 in the end. The first match was nasty when well, they had the price of loyalty with sacrifice outlets, and basically they won both of the games they won because of that interaction. And the price of loyalty being a common in this set, and there being multiple of those sacrifice outlets, it's pretty annoying. You can't really play around it that easily. I mean, are you gonna stop attacking with your creatures, not playing your creatures? It's not an option if you want to win the game actually. But yeah, 2 wins is still good. And well, the deck had I think it was a good deck, but something I learned now, even though it's not really valuable to learn anything in the format, it's so close to its end, that Sestra is just really a bad card. 4 mana 1/3, yes, you can sometimes get a free kill, but how many times did I get the free kill in this event? Well, I suppose I didn't really draw the Sestra that many times, but even it's not guaranteed to, I mean, the first ability, I mean, target creature blocks this turn if able. So let's say if I curve out with like a Circle of the Moon Druid, what I'm gonna target here, I mean, they're gonna have something with 2 power anyway. So it's not a free kill, it's just a trade. And yeah, you can draw some cards, but then you pay 2 life to draw a card, and then all you have is a 4 mana 1/3. And then when the things don't go your way, you don't get to utilize the first ability, or you have a tight racing situation where you can't really afford paying 2 life, you can't use 4 mana on a 1/3. They just made this way too weak of a card. Especially weird when you compare to these other payoffs. For example, this is a 2 mana 2/2. That's like the baseline for a 2-drop. The baseline for a 4-drop is definitely a 4 mana 3/3, and even that stat line has to have some very good abilities. So for example, here we see a common that is a 4 mana 4/3 that has a not irrelevant ability attached to it. So this should be at least a 3/3 because it's not so consistent with those abilities. So maybe this should be a 3/3, or maybe the second ability should not cost any life, because it will only trigger once per turn. I mean, you get to draw only one card regardless of the amount of creatures that died, and it's at the beginning of your end step, not your opponent's end step, so it can draw you one card per turn cycle. So this should be improved somehow to make this a good payoff card. Anyway, that was just a little bit of like an observation I just made, and finally I understand that that card is not really even worth picking, I don't think. Maybe I shouldn't have played it at all. Let's claim the price here, and I will see you in the next video. I'm not sure what it's gonna be, but some kind of a draft video, or maybe a set review for the Midnight Hunt set. Well, we'll see. Thank you for watching, and see you next time. Bye bye.